Good evening, everybody. Nice to say hello to you, but I'm afraid I have to say hello to you. You're going to the polls in Ireland this Friday, voting, which under democracy, you can vote for anything, you can vote to kill people, you can do anything. It's based on utilitarianism, and it was Benjamin Mills formed this way of thinking, one of the greatest happiness principle. Well, in theory, it's not such as a plain out thing. It's taught. Now we're talking about this discrimination. Discrimination is like percentages. It depends on where you're coming. By having voting yes, you are discriminating at a level like putting all right shoes and left shoes together. You should have half and half. You're supposed to have a balance. So traditional marriage should not be changed, and it will be to the detriment of society. As a wise thinker that has a lot of my things always comes through, I probably prophesy too far ahead. But it's very bad for the whole country, stability of the country, if you weaken the marriage system as it is. There's a lot of harm that's been done since we joined this EC. And I'm very much against EC. And please God, we will see Britain pulling out, and Ireland will follow like a wee dog between our legs. Now, it's up to you what you vote for. You can vote what you like. Thank God I haven't had my education in Ireland, so I have a broader knowledge of international affairs. And you can also, now with the YouTube, you can study all these different things before you vote. But remember, if you want to treat people equal, you love all. You must love everybody, respect everybody. But you don't have to, there's not enough thought out given to this vote for Friday. Typical Fine Gael again. I have to hit them down. And I have to hit down the people of Ireland, put in Fine Gael, put in, including myself, and people that voted for Fianna Fáil in the past. There've been, no, as the Marxists would say, out the window, democracy. People are voting, they don't know what they're voting for. And look at the state of the country we've got into. We've idiots, more or less, to come on and to pay bankers' money, which international assessors have looked at this. You can see them on the web. I'll come back if you want to contact me. You get all your resources. He should have not, Noonan should not have paid that money, and as a result you have austerity coming in, which has put the bloody place in an awful mess, and it has put, like they shouldn't have paid bankers, they should have lost the money. Now what I'm hearing, it's ridiculous. So it's time that someone sat up. All political parties now are afraid of losing the vote. It's one thing you'll hear them say, oh, vote yes, vote yes. No, no. We have to get out of the EC and the longer term. And otherwise we're being colonised again. The Pope uses ideological colonisation because all the money's going out to foreign investors and big people here that it makes billions or millions, and I must say that yes, they move abroad. Now, I've used the term this long time, neo-colonisation. It's a new form of colonisation. We're being re-colonised again, and we have parties going around here, and I won't apologise to them because I like them all, but I must say, I just joking. You're re-colonising her again, and you're going to have Germany more or less at the, ideologically Germany is telling you what to do that's broke, and they're coming around robbing the poor here. But there's a few boys are able to milk the system in this country, and various countries. Now the masses are not being cared for, so if you're one of the mass, the ordinary people, my advice would be to have no yes vote on Saturday. It can be done again if it's clearer. If you're ever in doubt, never jump and sign anything. Now it's not clear at all. It's like all the water charges, everything that they've done. It's what I would say in Irish terms, and excuse my word, arseless. There's not enough thought to it. If you want to give people a balance of a marriage, you do not interfere with the constitution and that line of the existing marriage. You can you can add something in, but it must be separate from the constitution on the marriage couples, because a mother's love is a blessing, and most people tell me, even people have been brought up in different relationships, it's the ideal thing you'd like. It's maybe you don't get it 100% the way you want it anywhere, but we have to get it at least 75 or 80%, and it's something we have to work on. Now the government policies here, it's really driving families to the core. They haven't looked after the drug scene, they've lost the battle in that to start with. I've been in the drug task force for 10, 11 years. I wouldn't listen to what you, when you have some wise idiot, you're seen as a outrageous person. No, that should have been legalised, but that's not the point I'm going to talk about today. And controlled. But there's too many. Money is the god, and it's destroying an awful lot of people at the moment. A lot of lives and families. If you have no structure in society, procreation is what the family's about. Most Christian religions that I know, they all that's what it's about. It's not about enjoyment. This thing, sex for enjoyment, which it is used for a bit according to what I hear. But as it regards what other people want to do that's homosexual, well, I can't recommend that. I say it's up to you. You face your God. If you believe in God, it's not me. You can do what you want. But the same as on Friday, if you want to vote yourself silly like you've done for years, voting against yourself. Most people that's complaining now, they voted against themselves because they voted these government parties in. Now, I was surprised to see certain parties on the left supporting this free thing, but it wants to be thought out more. It could be done right to suit the people that's of lesbian. I don't know much about that, but I know people, some nice people are gay, and there's some bitches of people that they're over excited if you open a word. There's like feminism in England, it was terrible. Like I met some bad characters in my time, like, you know, very narrow-minded. No, you have to live in that live, agree with that, but don't interfere with their structure, and it is in danger at the moment because you're dangerous people in Dublin at it, and it suits a lot of legal men to get cases going, to get it going, and there's tribunals and this, and who's it costing? The man in the street. While they're paying money to bankers and big money wasting on I see the money that's been wasted in this country, sadly. But don't blame the government now. The number one people I blame is the people at the ballot box. So you be careful this Friday and tell me if I'm wrong. You'll prove me right. You'll probably come back and Heinz, he was right again. It's another story again. Because I do think far too ahead of the pussy. It's great we to show love to everybody in society. You have to love all. You can put the commandments in 2 words. Love earth. First man I heard saying that was a priest in Dundalk, Thomas Hamill. And he wasn't a stupid priest. He was only the top student when he was studying for the priesthood. There was 60 ordained his year in Maynooth. The same year I think as Cardinal in Armagh. They're retired Cardinal. He's not retired Cardinal, retired Archbishop. Sean Baptist Brady. Now, the point about it is, you must think ahead. So you must love earth. I'm not saying not love earth, but this thing is not sorted out right, and it's a rush, ram-sam job, wasn't debated, and there's trouble down the line if you vote yes. If you vote no, you can always come back in a year or two when you have it sorted out right, but it's not right. And there is people that want the yes, will go ram and slam it down you, bully you down your neck, and they'll tell you can't say no, it's discriminatory and all that. Discrimination to me is a load of waffle, because there's ways round it. It depends what level you're discriminating at. If you look for equality and you go something, maybe they're not registered or this is that, it's not as simple as you think. Some people think, oh, you can't be done this. It takes so long to get cases through. It's a problem. It's easier for you to vote no on Friday, and they've wasted another bunch of money. And as well as the president at 21, no young lad at 21, because there's too many loopholes there. Big money man could get a young fella in like a puppet and just do what he's telling them. And I would feel, honestly from my heart, no. At 21 a lad wouldn't have the experience. He wouldn't have the money probably to put himself up any, and if he was put up for the presidency, I do feel the chap that there'd be someone behind him. He wouldn't be himself, he'd be a puppet for someone else. So if we are a Republic of Ireland, and should it be a republic, you usually can control your own destiny, and Catholics and Protestants alike many years ago come to this conclusion, and there was a big division about the divides which caused the trouble. Rome rule was no rule, home rule was Rome rule, and now Papa Francisco, he wants to straighten it out to take less of the central power in Rome and get it back to the Irish bishops and the people and around the world. You get corruption in when you get a setup like that, a wee nitty-gritty place, and people making rules inside. But that's beside the point. Don't fear it. If you vote no, you have a chance of making it right. If you vote yes, you've sunk the ship. So don't sink the ship on Friday. But my advice to you is all, listen to a wise fool. And I am going to put this straight out to you, vote no. Now, most of the churches will agree with me, unfortunately. I think an awful lot like the Pope. In fact, you nearly think more the way we think and come together. My thinking is very, very much like his. I am globalization has destroyed the bloody world because people's the big men is controlling the money, and they're persecuting the wee people, the small people. And what you will eventually see, if you continue in this society, they'll be putting people down. Because as I said earlier in my few words here, that under utilitarianism, if you study it, it's the greatest happiness principle. And it's the greatest happiness principle now about to put people down at 65, 60, whatever age they think in a couple of years. And if they get the foolish Irish, not to use their wise Irish cap, well, there it goes for you. But you can't say you're right, blaming anyone that's in power. If you vote them in, you don't buy something which is faulty if you know it's faulty. But I'm telling you now, there's too many clowns in government, and the way the system works, there's boys in there, and they're not giving the right decision. We've seen that in with the water. They wouldn't listen to Minister O'Dowd. Now he's a nice man, honest man. I judge round. I've studied criminology, and I'm used to talking to people and judging. Now, it's not for me to tell you what to do. You can sink yourself to the bottom of the sea if you want to tomorrow. You can go over and jump over the big bridge in the dark, but I'm not going to tell any of you to do that. It's the opposite I'm saying. You have a free will to do that. I'd be giving out to you to do that. So don't sink yourself this time. You've done enough harm here, and given all your bloody rights more or less away to Europe. It makes me think sadly for you here in Ireland. So it's sad to see us, and I was glad to see that the Conservative Party win. And I'm not a Tory fan, because they will take you out of the British, take you out of the European Union, because it's been exploited. We're colonised again, and we want to get back and be control of our own destiny here, even if it's a federation of the British Isles, because there will be a different structure coming there. We need control of our own destiny. So that's all I'll say to you. And years ago I wouldn't have thought this, but no, you do, because once the gang, if you're too many local people, you get a lot of corruption too. But at least get control back to Ireland and quit this nonsense. Now, we can facilitate some of those people that are worrying. It's not a worry even if they lose with a no. The thing can be brought out clearer. And I would be prepared to take part in any policy with the government and get down and show them if they don't know how the bloody will do it, and get agreement with the people that it would all be seen as fair. It's not at the moment. I just can't go into it. It'll take me too long to go into it. The problems that I see down the line with just having, it's not a straight black and white no, yes, and we can all be lovey-dovey, right, to say there's no protection. At the moment, it's not too bad. They're halfway there. The people that are gay and lesbian and they want to be married, well, there's a lot of theological problems there for them if they want to be in religion, or maybe they don't want to be in religion. That's up to themselves. It's their choice. If you want to go the high road or the low road, it's your choice. We can only say to you what we feel, and it's up to you if you believe you don't. But as regards, even if you're a communist, or if you were some other type of system, which you may not be, I'm not saying what you are, you would not agree to selling all your rights away. We've sold enough away. And making the marriage, if you have a very unstable society, which you're going to have, if it means somebody can't get the rights of their kids, and they're telling you, the government will tell you any muck to get it through the barrier, and once you get it past the barrier, you're fixed. Leave it as it is at the moment, have it more open and discussed with the Dáil and the people. Get the discussion going on it before you pass this, and not be doing ramstam everything like a pair of vice grips type of mechanic. That's the way we get in government, sadly. And probably if it was in the government, with some of them, I'd have to agree with the party line. And that's the problem when it goes against what you feel is right for the people. Family system is great for keeping a family. We need more social control. The government have destroyed that already. They can't look at children, you can't stop children, right? There's a lot of wrongs and rights both sides, but we have to work and see how we can get to the cause of the problem. We're only dealing with the symptoms. And if you deal with the symptoms of the problem, it's no use. Now, I'm not going to talk any longer, but I'm just going to say to you, don't let the rope go till you're sure. And the kid here saying, right, you hold on to the system N-O-N-O, or else it's your own funeral. God bless you all.